Do you want to learn how to get out of your own way, overcome your fear of being seen, get out there and become more visible and spend more time in your genius zone? That's exactly what we're talking about today. I'm Yvette Mayer, and you're about to discover how the Human Design Gates can help you create more engaging content to grow your business. In each episode, we explore a specific gate's unique frequency as a cosmic content code. Let's dive in. Gate 43, trust in your originality. This brings me back to a time in my life. You know, things were going really well in my business. I'd started playing with Human Design for Marketing. I was doing readings, things were going well. And yet I didn't really have a foot in any one camp. I was kind of playing, I was experimenting, and there was a bit of resistance in my body at the time. And it was a new moon, and I knew it would be good for me to get my journal out and to manifest and all the things I teach. And so I grabbed my journal, and even though I didn't really feel like it, I took myself down to the beach. And I'm on the beach, and I'm like, before I sit down and do that journaling thing, I'm just gonna take my dog for a little walk, ground myself here, feel into the energy, and then I know some clarity will come through. Now, what I didn't expect as I started to walk, white butterflies showed up everywhere, not in my mind, physically, hundreds of white butterflies. I'm not kidding, hundreds of them. Started getting goosebumps. I'm like, what does this mean? And so I kind of couldn't wait to get back to my towel and sit down with my journal. Only then, the animals shifted. I actually started to be surrounded by bees. So I'd had this experience of first white butterflies and then bees. I knew butterflies were about transformation, but I decided I'm going to dive in and find out more about this. And so jumped in onto my iPhone, only to discover that white butterflies are all about surrendering to a transformation that's trying to come through. And bees are a symbol of hard work and building community. Have you had this? Like, have you ever had animals showing up for you, and do you feel like they're signs from the universe? Let me know in the comments if you do. I'd love to hear. I'm sure I'm not alone on this. Or if not, what other signs do you get that kind of show you that you're on the right path or you're heading in the right direction? Curious. I'd love to hear from you on this. Honestly, I was flooded with chills at this point, and I just knew, this was big, that it was time to let go of my business in the way I'd been running it and completely, wholly and solely lean into my gifts in human design and in marketing and bring them together into the world. So that's my experience of Gate 43. Now let's talk about how this is going to play out for you in the coming week. So be aware that if you're in the low frequency, you won't be really listening to your intuition. You might be having a sense of desires coming up, but not actually trusting them. You might even think that wouldn't work. I tell you what, when this was my experience and I talked about the butterflies and the bees, after that, I spoke to peers who told me, oh, it's way too competitive. Are you sure that's what you want to do? And that was another moment for me to say, I back myself on this. I trust in my brilliance on this. I'm an original. I've got 30 years of marketing experience, 30 years and 5 years of human design. I was born to do this, and you were born to do your thing as well. So this is your sign to build more faith in you, to trust in your originality. And this is going to be coming up not just for you this week, but also for your ideal clients. So know that they may not be listening to what they really want, and you want to encourage them in your content, in the stories you tell. Maybe you've had an experience of needing a sign from the universe as your go light to keep going and to trust yourself more and to be this big, beautiful, original version of you.